Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel or to my channel. I'm Summer. If you're new to my channel, I do a mix of hair tutorials, product reviews, and tool reviews. So of course, feel free to check out any of those if you haven't. Today's video is a blow dry tutorial. While blow drying can be a little exhausting and a bit of a workout at times, they are actually one of my favorite parts of being a hairstylist. And today I'm going to be showing you guys a classic traditional roll and pin blow dry. These types of blow dries are great for anyone wanting lots of volume, lots of movement or curl, and most importantly, somebody who wants their blow dry to last them for a few days. So let's get right to it. So I have already prepped her hair with Moroccan Oil's Root Boost, Volume Mousse, and their Stronghold Gel. If you have a client with frizz or tight curls, Moroccan Oil's Smoothing Lotion and Brazilian Blowout's Ionic Bonding Spray are my go-tos for that. All right, it's time to get started. As always, I will be using my DYSON Supersonic, and I am using both high heat and speed. To start out, I like to do a nice rough dry focusing on the roots. I want to avoid the ends as much as possible. The reason why I'm rough drying at the root some is because with a roll and pin, there are a lot of sections. And if the hair is too wet when moving from section to section, you can sometimes end up with creases in the hair. So this is a way to avoid that. Okay, so now that we have the roots rough dried, if you feel like you get the ends a little too dry, simply all you need to do is just take your water bottle and lightly spritz anything down where you feel you may need it. But the reason for the rough dry is just to get a little bit of kick going there. Okay, so now we're just gonna section her off. I just like to do a traditional horseshoe parting all along the head, working my way down to the nape. I prefer the horseshoe because it just helps prevent like a hard crease if you part it right along the ear. Okay, so now that I have her sectioned off, I've just got 3 horseshoe partings with the nape out. I wanna talk brush size. Brush size is really key with this type of blow dry. You'll wanna choose your brush based off of how much bend or curl your client is wanting to see. The smaller the brush, the more of a curl you're gonna see when you let your section out, and the bigger the brush, you'll have more of a smoother look. I'm gonna be using something in the middle for this blow dry today. I will link below though different brushes that I use in salon for this look in my description below. So you want to work the hair same as you would with any blow dry where you are trying to create volume and movement. I mostly with this type of blow dry tend to just roll the hair down on the brush in one direction, and then I will go back and forth with drying the hair on the top and bottom of the brush with my dryer. And you want to make sure you really smooth out the ends, especially with frizzy or curly hair. Once your section is dry, I like to run my brush through the hair one last time. Then I will take the hair, place 2 of my fingers behind the section, and then wrap the hair around my fingers, pinch the top section, and then get my clips and pin the hair into place on both sides of the section. So we're just gonna continue moving up the head, doing those same motions. When moving through your sections, you wanna clip the hair up out of the way so no wet hair is resting on your dry hair below. I typically take sections that are about 2 inches in width for my roll-in pins. Any bigger, it just gets a little messy. Remember, the more you over direct the hair up, the more volume and lift you're going to get. You can flip the hair in different directions if you'd like, but like I said, I mostly focus on rolling the hair down on the brush, blasting it with my dryer top and bottom of the brush. Remember, place 2 fingers behind the hair, wrap and set in pins on both sides of your section. I typically spend about 2 minutes of dry time on each section for this blow dry. Get your arms ready. It's definitely a workout, but it's worth it for longevity. Take your time when rolling the hair into place. You don't want to rush, and again, use 2 pins to lock that hair into place. You're just going to continue moving up the head. If you feel the need to respray the ends because they are drying out, that is completely fine to do so. Once again, remember to lift the hair up for extra volume and to flip the hair in different directions to add extra bend if you want. I like to run my blow dryer top and bottom of the brush just to make sure that the heat is being evenly distributed. Run your brush through your section when letting the hair out, roll and pin into place. Okay, we're gonna finish this last piece on her side and then we'll finish up with the top. We're almost there. At the top, I will take a section along the back side near the crown of the head and then clip the rest of the hair out of the way. You want to try to give a lot of volume in this section with lifting the hair straight up, as the crown sometimes can lay flat. And again, once the hair is dry, just roll that section into place, securing with pins on both sides. You'll want to part your client's hair for these last sections on the top wherever they let it fall. I will clip one side up out of the way and then take my section on the other side, starting in the back. You're going to do the same steps in this last section as you've been doing up the whole head. Lift for extra volume, flip the hair if you want more bend, roll into place and secure with pins. Sometimes on the top section, I will secure with just 1 pin as the hair is sort of laying at an angle, but you can certainly still use 2 pins if that's what you prefer. It should be noted, probably not ideal to put clips in your mouth with a real client, but mannequins don't mind. The sections right along the face, I like to roll back away from the face to pin. I feel like it just lays better, especially for shorter face framing pieces, and just repeat the same steps on the other side of this last section. Okay, so now we have her all rolled and pinned. All the hair is into place, as you can see. I always love doing these blow dries. So what you'll want to do is let the client's hair fully cool down before you pull them out. Obviously the back is going to be already cooled down, but you want to make sure that these front pieces are fully cooled down, no heat is left in them, and then I'll show you guys how we go ahead and take them out. Okay, so to let out the sections, it's very simple. You're just simply gonna literally unclip. So grab your clips and just let it fall. Look at that, the little wave going. And then I don't like to really mess with it with my fingers until I've got all the clips out. So not only is this blow dry also, like, it's a great option for people who want a lot of body and movement, obviously, but like it's also good for if you're doing wedding hair to roll and pin it prior to, if you're curling it, you can curl and pin it too this way. But I've always just found throughout my career when I do these type of blowouts, it's great for longevity. If somebody has an event on like a Saturday and they can come in on a Thursday, if they can't get there on Saturday for a blowout, this is what I typically do if they're wanting to see lots of movement and shape. Okay, so now that we have all the pins out, I just want to show you guys what it looks like all the way around. Okay, so now that we have all of the pins out, what I like to do is just kind of go through with my hands and just finger through it a little bit. I'm not trying to smooth it out per se. You want to maintain the volume and body, but just go in with your hands. If there's any pieces that you need to reshape, you certainly can. This mannequin hair is really wanting to stay split. Human hair is not quite as apt to do that. But yeah, just lots of body and movement. Okay, so now that we have her smoothed out, again, I just kind of fingered through it. She's got a lot of body on the top here. If you're wanting to smooth it out at all, you can simply go back in and kind of re-blow dry any areas that maybe if you're not liking it is full in some spots. I also often will do a little bit of oil throughout the ends. I always just do Moroccan oil or the OLAPLEX 7. And it just smooths out their ends if their hair is super dry. And then a last final tip I'll do sometimes with this, I will add in a little bit of teasing. That's all personal preference with your client. Like I said, the mannequin hair tends to split a little bit more section to section than human hair does. But if that is a case, you simply can just go in and tease it a little bit to fill in that gap. But like I said, with human hair, it's not quite as much of an issue as for the mannequin hair. It likes to show everything. Okay, so after you have done any teasing that you want to do or your client might want, or if you've smoothed out any pieces that maybe bothered you a little bit, now is a good time to finish off with a nice hairspray. I love Moroccan Oil Stronghold Hairspray. It's got a great hold without being too stiff. Even clients who don't like hairspray, they still never complain about this. And this type of blow dry, it's just nice to kind of finish it off with it. But again, this is a great blowout for people who want to see the body. They want to see movement and bend in their hair. It's great if somebody needs their blow dry to last them for a few days. It's my absolute go-to in salon when people are falling into that category. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, when you're rolling and pinning, you want to use 2 pins to really lock it in. You can use 2 fingers to wrap the hair or 3. I did 2 in this whole video. And if you want to see a little bit more bend in the hair, simply just drop down your brush size like I showed you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is one of my favorite full blow dry looks. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.